A timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On first down, Darnold. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he says, we're walking off the field, we want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Well, throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get...
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And they're going to get it. That one's caught. And now the lead moves to 16-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury. from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope they'll recover.
Darnold on third down. Trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On fourth down, Darnold. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Darnold now to throw. He's going to look deep for more. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. A big play there for Carolina. Darnold on first down. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And now off to the races down the right side. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Fresh off the pick six, it's Darnold. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To throw again on second down, Darnold. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. The play fake, and it's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And that will cut the lead down to 15. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, of course, this a critical game in regards to not just the division race, but playoff seeding as well. They are a game up, but a loss here could really muddy the waters.
And both of these teams want to clear things up about how they feel about each other and their standing in the league. Because these two teams, they've really been the cream of the crop in their division. So this game, it's been looming on both of their schedules.
Back to throw. Jones. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to take another shot here. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Now Jones throwing on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw again. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there.
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers continue to pull away here in this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 1st and 10, Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Off of play action, Darnold. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Back to throw. Jones.
And that's into the hands of Eckler.
Touchdown! Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead,
and down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
Takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Tommy Tremble, 78 yards. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead.
So Sam Darnold, not really known for having the strongest arm in the NFL, but he certainly laid that one out there.
And you think on 3rd down, I'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it... And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Keith Taylor.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. A throw he probably shouldn't have made, rolling left and then throwing back across the field.
And when you do that and you're rolling towards the sideline, you cut down your field in a big way, significantly. And the guys who play in the second and third level, those linebackers and DBs, they know that. And they know they don't have nearly as much space to cover. And they're hoping you try and throw it back towards the middle.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it second and short. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
A first down throw, Darnold. Again, he finds Moore. And still fighting. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Panthers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Point after, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Buccaneers 35, Panthers 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
And he's got some space here. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Looking to throw. Jones eluding the pressure right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jeremy Chin picks it off. It's a foot race. The 40. The 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. On first down, it's Darnold. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. He's got a man complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Second down and 10, Darnold. There's Trimble, the tight end. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The kickoff unit is out on the field and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Anderson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Back to throw, Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Second and 10. Throwing again is Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Vita Vea picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We usually talk about does the offense help the defense, does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
From the 38, Jones. Flush to his right. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he'll take it just outside the 40. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the Buccaneers' 44-yard line.
2nd and 2. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that's incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
On 1st down, Darnold. He's got Anderson right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Darnold's throw complete there to Moore. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Play action. It's Darnold. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Here's Darnold. Escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent. And pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Throwing Jones. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Jones.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Eluding the pressure right. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points,
and got his man complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. Darnold on 1st down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. This is caught. Touchdown. Tommy Trimble with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Panthers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
And they go with McCaffrey.
But he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Looking deep here for Ebron. It's caught inside the 25. Yeah, he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You've got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to... And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Austin Eckler taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bucs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. So they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, get into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
Pressure is. I love it. See if they dial it up this drive. Now Darnold. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Here's Darnold. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets offense go a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple of plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Darnold to throw.
Yeah.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Darnold. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Panthers have got it back to a one-score game. Extra point attempt to come here. And this is back to a 5-point game. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They started on the ground with Eckler. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. On second down, Eckler. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over 1 minute to go in the game. Here's Jones on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. All of a sudden, both sides of the football for them playing extremely well. That's how they're right back in this ball game.
And I checked out our astrological charts before this game, you and me, and you know what it said? It said we would be better in the second half than we would be in the first half. I think this team is coming along right along with us. The moon's definitely in the 7th house, and they are playing way better. I like how they pulled it together. I don't know if it's a leader that stepped up. I don't know if it's just the team got out of the gate slow, but now they're looking the part.
You don't even know what sign I am.
No, but it doesn't matter. I just looked up all of them.
Okay. I guess they all said the same thing. He'll get just a yard on the scramble in 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Darnold. Now he's flushed out right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down.
Bitch had the whole sack right there.
They did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, and the guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
That's good.
Now Darnold. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now it's Darnold. And it's incomplete. So their final drive